being moaned, catch a tone, roll on through. Bones and me, set this free, now they won't
All right, this is the Bones of Bee Banter with Dr. Bones and Forgotten Bee, and our special guest today is Adam from Under Banner. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello. Good evening. And Adam's out and about, so if you hear footsteps and things, it's going to be fun.
Yes, or screams or anything like that. Yeah.
So,
well,
go ahead, Bee.
I didn't know you, but in Britain it's National Poetry Day.
Yes.
Yeah, very fitting actually. It's one of the things, you know, that's a very poetic lyric writer.
Hello?
Yeah, you want to try one?
Oh, sorry. I nearly lost you there.
Oh, right, okay.
Should be okay in a second.
I was saying that you're a very poetic lyric writer, so I thought it was quite apt that you've come on the show on National Poetry Day.
Yes. I like to make use of poetic techniques and nice visual imagery and so on. It comes from just doing a lot of reading, I think. The more you read, the more by osmosis that tends to sink in and get replicated in what you do. So, yeah, I had a lot of very positive influences there.
Now, just before we get to what you've been up to, B, Adam, when you put this stuff together, do you ever have a preconception of what you're going to do first when you start writing, or is it just kind of flow out when you just kind of put a pen to a paper and away it goes?
That changes from song to song. Some of them take a hell of a long time. I do mean years there, from the very first inception of an idea to completion. And by completion, I mean studio recording, because things can often get revised and changed at the very last moment in a recording studio. So, but sometimes I'll just have either a few lines scribbled down, a bit of poetry, or intended lyricism. On other occasions, a tune will pop itself into existence and then be the skeleton for the lyrics, or vice versa. You know.
Right on. So, B, I know you've had a busy week. What have you been up to?
Well, you're talking to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're next, Adam. So don't worry.
Yeah. I'm always busy.
You can chat in a sec, don't worry. I was going to say I went to see Public Image Limited on Saturday at the local venue here, Cheese and Grain, and they were absolutely brilliant. I loved it. And to be fair, I didn't know all their music. I knew their early stuff, but it was his voice was ace. It was just. I tell you what, there was one bit. They've got a song where they say, turn up the bass, and it got to a stage where they turned it up so much, my whole face was tingling with, I've never, on my nose, at the tip of my nose, everything, I've never felt anything like it. It was mad. Really, really good, really good. So there you go.
Wasn't thumping your chest at all?
yeah, don't worry about that. I was deaf after a while.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, honestly, the feeling though, it was just like this growing of this bass, and honestly, it was tingles everywhere, but right to the tip of your nose, and then it was just like, wow, really, really good. It was a great set, really kind of danceable, and totally up my street. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I was surprised actually. I just thought I was going to see a legend, and I left it at that. But to be honest with you, it was really, really good. So I bought the album now, so there you go.
Right on, Adam. B and Adam, what have you been up to?
Well, we won't talk about during the day, but yeah, I mean, musically speaking, some writing on and off, some contacts with music blogs, and some with some people in more influential positions in the industry, if I dare make such a comparative comment. But more on that later.
Sure.
We'll see where that goes.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, I went to see a local band out of Toronto. So Toronto's about an hour and a half away or so, and they were in London, Ontario last week, and that was a great show. And yeah, my ears were ringing for 2 days after the show. But it was a lot of fun because the last time I'd seen them was about 2 years ago. And at the end of the show, I was honestly planning on going home, and they asked me if I wanted to come out with them. I was like, oh, sure, look, I'll show you London. So we went to a few bars, and it was a long night. But
that's great.
Quite a few beers and a couple of shots later, right? So
sounds amazing.
But they were great, like very very hospitable people, and they were like the first time, so it was good to see them. And got a nice package, everything, like t-shirt, vinyl, which is kind of crazy in itself. And yeah, it was a great time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's got their 2 new singles on it, Phoebe and See You See Me, which is really cool. And they have a new bassist now because their old bassist played his last show about 4 months ago. So they have a new bassist, and ironically, I remember seeing him at the first show, with the show I went to. And we were talking afterwards. He goes, I remember seeing the show. I was like, actually, no, I remember your face too. And he goes, I never thought I'd be be up here with him instead of watching him. So, kind of a cool turn of events for him.
When you say up there with them,
playing
on the stage?
On the stage, yes, playing with them. He became their bassist.
Okay, I didn't catch that bit.
Right. So their old bassist left about 4 months ago, and he took his place.
Okay.
So, yeah, their old bassist, Seb left, and then Marty came in, and Marty took his place. And he's the guy I saw the show 2 years ago who was just in the crowd watching the show. So it was a very cool show, and I got to meet another local London band called Common Cycles, and they were pretty cool, and it was all together a good show. So, coming up, we're going to get to a few songs by Under Banter. Now,
who?
Yeah. I was like, don't tell me I got the name wrong. I played you guys like a million.
No.
Okay.
The usual mistake. He's Under the Banner.
Under the Banner, sorry.
Yeah, but no, you were correct. Under a banner.
I was gonna say, it's like I played you guys a million times. I better not be saying it wrong. So, B, I know you have a few questions. So why don't you get started?
Would you want to play a track first, and then should we play a track first?
Do what you will. All good.
Sure. Why don't we start off with The Network?
Nice.
So, all right. So hang in there, and we're gonna get to Under the Banner, and the song's called The Network. Dig this.
Shares of the world beyond the small blue screen ain't there. We knew television was a one-way ride, a perfect mechanism to distract and lie. We're seeking affirmation, we're talking to the dead, looking for some strangers to approve of what we said. It's counter-revolution from the land of the free. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And this world never seemed so small. It's easier to get lost in than before. I felt left out and left behind. This network wastes my bloody time. Oh, come on everybody, look at my cat and me. Here's a funny little picture of this evening's meal. A flurry of opinion and a torrent of bile. A money man's a German masked roll with a smile. Taylor to the window gives way to the moon. I'm listening to the whining of the world from this room. Oh, the saturation, information and lies. Oh, on earth, hellfire, what a freedom. And It's easier to get lost in than before. I felt left out or left behind. This network wastes my bloody time.
Right on, the network, under the banner. Now, Adam, I have to ask, who are or what are your influences? Because there's so much kind of wrapped up into that tune, and so much like different kind of genres kind of meshed together.
Yeah, collectively, the single unifying musical genre, with the possible exception of Cat on the keyboards, is metal. We all love metal. Not that you probably wouldn't guess it too much in the lyrics and the usual way the songs tend to go. But both, the other four of us, we love our metal. I like a lot of alternative rock music, lots of folk. I also like classical. Tim likes a lot of prog. Simon's dyed-in-the-wool metalhead, really. He also likes a lot of alternative stuff too. And Jake is classic rock and metal. But I think that as I'm the principal songwriter, as in the one who comes with the bare bones, pardon the pun, of the songs to begin with, you'll probably hear the folky influence in much of it, perhaps. And then it gets alternative rocked and metalled up by everybody else as a collective.
I was going to say, I definitely noticed the folk for sure.
Yeah.
So you took the words right out of my mouth.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I love the way it's right in your face, and just like social media for me, it's just like there, you know, there's no lead up or anything, it's straight into it. And when I saw you guys live, whoa, that track, I just went, wow. It was just like, whoa.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it really, it's amazing. I love it, absolutely love it. It's great.
Cheers.
So you got a few questions, B, or?
Yeah, well, on the note of that, I mean, thinking about that particular track, your lyrics, as we say, are really kind of powerful, poetic and flow. Have you ever forgotten them live on stage?
Oh God, all the time, really, yeah. Yes, absolutely. There's quite a lot to remember. I think over time, the more gigs we play, I make less and less errors. But there are some occasions where most of the song will go out of my head, and I find myself doing a Robert Smith from The Cure and just throwing anything in. Almost like